to say that, at no point of time is there a public perception that there hasn't been continuity as far as national security is concerned. Now the two political parties are pointing fingers at each other about who has done more as far as China is concerned. Frankly, as an apolitical journalist, someone who has covered national security and defense for 2 decades, I can tell you that there is much to be desired on all sides. Okay, the Congress, Mr. Khanduri, is by no means lily white when it comes to China. I'm not even going as far back as 1962. Even the Depsang episode, in the 2012-2013 period, what happened in Daulat Beg Oldie, those are all issues that can similarly be brought out. But I'm not going to bring those up because I feel that the public mood right now needs to be a certain degree of unity. Of course, questions can be asked, but when questions are asked in a manner that are bereft of facts, for example, Rahul Gandhi saying the Chinese came in and thrashed our soldiers when he was referring to Tawang, when he refers to something else saying that they are running all over us, which is patently not the case, and I happen to know the facts about it, then there is a sense that this is not about a democratic questioning process, which is very welcome, but about scoring personal brownie points against the Prime Minister. And that's the reason for this political distrust between both of you when there should be absolute alignment on an enemy like China. Mr. Khanduri.
First of all, I would, you've spoken about Daulat Beg Oldie, and I've said in the beginning that there is nothing, this is a continuous process. Both parties have been dealt with it. For Daulat Beg Oldie, there was a Nathula as well. But let me focus on the exact questions that you raised. Now listen, I am of the firm opinion that if everything was right, first of all those numbers that the Honorable MP gave about the roads being built, about the deployment, I think this is in context of the situation as it is. I mean, 10,000 people may be enough, 1 million may not be enough. The point is that there has been a complete absence of sharing of information, one, from the side of the government for the last 2-3 years. The Chief of Army Staff has called for a return to the status quo ante of 2 years ago, and these are facts. The third point is that we don't know what's happening out there because the government has consistently and completely refused to share on-ground situation. We do know that there are photographs in the social media, and I don't want to comment on those, but the fact of the matter is that the stance taken by the government of India at this particular point in time with respect to the Chinese aggression, the persistent Chinese aggression, has been regrettable. And the minister highlighting that we are a smaller economy at this point in time, again, words have meaning. Had he said it in a private context, I probably would not have disagreed with him even. I'll say that up front. But for a man of his stature, for a man of his position to say that at this point in time is very regrettable. One, I would disagree with you, Mr. Aroor, that we are talking about this being at a sensitive time. A democratic process is what it is, and it has to be followed. A democratic process, if there is a perception that we are weakening India's position at this point in time, there is no perfect moment in time. If we've chosen at the particular point in time to highlight what we think are perceptible weaknesses of the BJP, then we've taken a stance, and we'll continue to do that because we believe passionately in what we're talking about. We believe that there are failures on multiple fronts, and I fail to see. Go ahead.